honest, that first match that they had against Global Esports, he had
I'm
the
sick,
lowest
dude.
rating, right? He just
Literally,
wasn't
I just
popping
sound
off
like
as
this
much
when I
as
wake
he was,
up
not able to
in the morning.
really showcase that carry
I'm telling you, give me an
potential.
hour, it'll be all normal. Okay, Team Secret on defense, RRQ. No. Team Secret on attack, RRQ on defense. And
this is where RRQ kind of
look at the same pistol, literally same pistol by.
Gen G series as well, when they started on the defense. So of course, you know, to break all of this down, I mean, Will, you truly care about the game and the whole scene and everything. You know so much.
Chobra? Yeah,
right
Chobra's for this event, and then that's him for the year.
Start things off a little bit slow.
And just gonna go ahead with that late arc rose. It was spotted, so it gets spammed out right away. So no flash for info nor delay here from RRQ on the C side, but they already have rubble control. So that toxic
they have a lot of control already, but RRQ getting the A control means they can leave one if there's a lot of pressure. Where is the wall? Where's the vice wall?
Hunt in towards, but it's already been cleared out.
Yeah, the very important thing here to note is that there is no actual sheer wall, right? It does look like
I can't see it.
To figure out what's the setup here from Vice.
You just not buy
Where
it.
have you gone with the sheer wall? Do you have the Razor Vines up? It's going to be that double Razor Vine. So while Team Secret wanted to get ahead of the curve, we've been talking about it.
Because the pressure of having the wall is there anyway. Like you saw them looking for it. Like that's the reason why there's only 50 seconds left.
And then there's the backup of the Paranoia. It's good cover.
That's a bit of a tag too. Jesse Vash has to make a choice now, and he's kind of re-peeking back into it.
Yeah, and they insta-re-clear this. And you got 30 seconds, you have to force over towards C, but they did get the vines out. It's just the fact that now they place the... This is good, they now place the flash here, knowing that they're going to hit and they have to flash the swing. Here we go. Oh, dude, the flash didn't come in. They had no idea, they walked past the smoke.
Weren't aware at all about how many members were in the site.
Two big picks, and Jesse Vash kind of lurking around the back as well. Doesn't spot anyone, but now comes back in to reforge the site. RQ, though, I mean, it's going to be quite a bit of work. They've been spotted out even further. And now it's up to Cushy, a bit of a haunt, and then also Champion kind of launch the assault from the back side. Monyet swings out, but unfortunately,
damn, nicely done from Team Secret. Yeah, they did good here to just walk past this. Because if they make sound here, that flash is going off and we're getting double swings. I did like the idea of RRQ, though, on the pistol, just having double fawns.
They probably heard it being installed as well. Yeah, they see it, but they're just going to be able to go in and say, let's try to get the kills first. Let's just not let them know until we get contact. And it's a great call coming out from Team Secret.
Yeah, it's a really good call.
Super careful, smart, slow and steady, which is kind of what they've been doing so far, at least in kickoff. So we'll see if that continues forward in the next rounds. Great upgrades right now, and Jesse Vash on the Ghost.
Just going to be hanging by, ready to pick up a weapon if they do have to get into a trade situation. Looking long range down. B main, see if there's any push out, but they already got contact on that Rebel side, so you see.
Yeah, it looks like Team Secret is so fine to late retake A. It wasn't him that got him.
They recognize that there might be more, and that will be the third kill for Secret. That should be the
poor observer. From the main guy taking contact, and everyone else got the kills.
That's going to be a good snowball.
Yeah, definitely want to keep that in. So Jesse Vash is kind of
this minimap update, yeah, I don't know if it's a bug or not. It doesn't look great, does it? When we're on the pass, and like they could just make it a lot better.
Oh, he's going to be the one going for the hunt.
Yeah, you might as well. Sure, the showstopper's nice, but he's already so close, and alright, he won't find the kill.
I want to say it's a bug just because of how badly it's done.
The rest of Team Secret trying to go on the hunt as well, and Envy should be able to clean that up. Looking nice and crisp today.
It might not be.
Back to his old form that we've always praised.
Yeah, making that choice to actually push all the way deep. I mean, he already knew where he was anyway, right? So
they tried to cook. Yeah, maybe. They even tried to cook, or it's just a straight up bug.
Important aspect, being able to have that firepower going into the bonus. We've actually seen quite a few bonus run conversions already this year in kickoff here at Pacific. Curious to see if Secret will have the right answers. I do want to mention that, you know, the Deaths touched upon it. Obviously, we don't want to focus on it too much, but some of the members of RRQ looking a bit under the weather. And
I mean, they should just ask, like, Prius and people what to do.
Might have to just anchor down a bit more quietly. They're not able to pop off
they could do this just good.
This is a map where it's going to be a lot more difficult to do that just on your own.
Yeah, but so far not really seeing that too much. It is that aggressive play from Duji.
Bro, they had no idea. Heavy sound over towards door. And we got the Omen TPing close. Oh my goodness, though.
Now continuing to look for the next. next.
He's
But
actually
2G,
just saved them.
along
They were
with
going to
his
lose his
teammate, will come
bonus,
in
no
for the
doubt.
pinch.
I mean, they were going to lose
Really
his first
good
buy.
heads up on that double swing. You expect him to try for it, but to just hold down this random transfer. Monyet already in the smoke. 3v1. If they can carry through with all 3 rifles and maybe no armor lost. Okay,
If Jemkin keeps playing like this for the year, then RRQ are going to have... I mean, if he keeps playing like this, RRQ will make champs.
Carried over, so not too much lost after that spike plant.
Yeah, not too much, but what a crazy round at the same time. I mean, they tried to go in for an aggressive play, 2G. That was pretty darn impressive, but that whole round was truly kind of just all Jemkin. 2G, the first shot was great,
solo.
but down to this last one, I mean, Jemkin just kind of noted where they would be coming from, heard the footsteps, and was prepared for the trades as well, and just getting them lined up.
Yeah, maybe someone from Team Secret in the double swing didn't like full commit.
Talk about this guy Jemkin, because he's actually had such high stats throughout the entire year last year as well, but just didn't really have enough highlights, the impact rounds, the impact matches for people to actually recognize where he stands in Pacific. But so far in all of their matches, he has been right up at the top. There's the C's nade. RRQ just dominating combo nice and early.
Where are we at with the
Secret's hand and saying, you better figure out how you're going to deal with the sheer wall
RRQ,
first,
pretty good money. Like
then,
these two wouldn't be able to buy next. They got Raze ult, and they're up against the Fade ult, so everyone knows how important the round is, so people are going to dump you two into it. All over towards C, so they got to try set this one off.
But again, these smokes, teams are getting craftier with it, ready.
Oh, they put it a little bit further back.
The way that smoke is placed, you have to just
they put that way further back than other teams do. Is that because you don't hear it unless you're like deeper in the smoke, or you have to commit more to the jump spot, so it's easier to kill?
Thanks to that smoke. However,
it then also might leave a little gap when the wall is up that you could pre-fire. Or we're sending it. They don't think the wall's there.
This time they're just going to try to go for the Razorvine. Is going to slow down everybody else after that sheer wall as well. So just to show
it's weird that RRQ don't really capitalize off of it though.
It's the Nightfall as well though, so that does buy a little bit more time. Thanks to that, sheer wall now down. The team can rendezvous back into the site.
Yeah, you gotta keep an eye on Jemkin here. Nice shot.
This is a fight that TS is taking. Envy starts things off. The showstopper coming back in.
Dude, Jemkin got another one.
Continuing to push out. There's a lot more pressure. Team Secret needs to watch their backs, and 2G is able to launch the full
holy, 2G against his old team.
Monyet towards the back. The spike has been planted, and it's up to Monyet to complete that retake. TP's through, and 2GE
yeah,
gets the right position,
respect, man.
in the back of his head.
That was incredible shots from him. I do think that RRQ played a little bit weird, because most teams will literally hard fight until that wall gets triggered, and then you can like play for a retake. Maybe it was because of the Raze ult, but
if he didn't hold down this corner, if he didn't hold down elbow, the round looked like it was over. It was such
I mean, yeah, he absolutely has to just do all of this.
Recognizing that they already had sight, that there's gonna be some reach in the back of the site, but at the end of the day, it's the controller of Team Secret.
Yeah, I wonder if they do something similar to that again. If RRQ is gonna call the timeout.
He's shown that he can go for some of these.
They buy 2 hero guns.
Have to respect
because people with Vice, like you either hard fight or you play full retake, but I think you should always hard fight your walls up.
Yeah, going for the close clears. They already spot one on mound. But are they aware of how many there are? It's a good paranoia. Nowhere to go for Xvero. He's still stuck. It's just going to be a duel. He gets taken down by Jeremy, and there's just not enough room for trades. Without the weapon,
Prowler doesn't clear close left. Oh god.
They don't know yet. He gets 2, shuts him down. There's the paint shows. He's
got the nade off at least,
but not able to secure on any more kills just yet.
Yeah, a bit of a lob, and unfortunately, Boombot took out Estrella as well. So that's a lot more space for Team Secret right now. In this moment, they can get the spike.
Check the corners, dude. He could have gotten more, I think.
Is that gonna be enough, though?
They already know where the Bulldog's coming from, so really now it comes down to Cushy to have to get a pick. Going to be very hard for Monyet to do something else. So it's the paranoia just to be able to plant themselves in. Kushi going for a swing. He doesn't get the pre-fire. Monyet gets one, but it's still just too many members.
Jesus, holding down the C site.
Yeah, like a little good attempt from RQ to try to force some of these.
Right, do they time out or do they accept that it's okay at the moment?
Same time, Team Secret just so prepared for it. They always kind of start off the rounds a little bit slow and careful and make these tactical tactically informed decision. So being able to take the site this way really shows
people are bad for the waterfall plant spam.
Situation of also, I think Team Secret
Yes, but it's kind of
really
there's like 3 different spots that you go.
That to clear mound if they don't have information
I do think that
because on C site,
I think you should always just spam the right side, but I agree with you.
Comes that Odin, always so very helpful, and a good ping on the hot Xfero, lasers into 2G.
We used to do sessions with spams where we would just spend about 30 minutes, just like if it's a hard one like this, we would spend about 30 minutes. Just 5 minutes pretty much for every player just to try get the spam perfect.
Showstopper comes in, immediately deletes Estrella.
Oh man. Oh, he still got one. He still actually got one.
And still, Team Secret have managed to plant the boots somewhat in towards the site. Unless Monyet can do something, he's got that smoke up and it blocks off tree.
Wow, Envy's absolutely owned it. And we have the rotate coming through B instead of spawn.
No information about stairs just yet, because unless they really clear out tree entirely, Envy's gonna have a timing. Look at Team Secret,
drop.
They're waiting for the pinch, and Envy comes in. He gets one. He doesn't know about Monyet just yet, and Monyet's just not able to.
People are getting more aware of this pulse.
Once again, another 1v3 on the defense for RRQ.
So tough for Jemkin, stuck inside the vines as well. He's already gotten pricked by it, so down to 31 HP. And this could be like that single bullet that ends his life. So calling for that save. I mean,
just saving. Okay, well, we're definitely seeing a timeout on this one.
But at the same time, so well played.
I tell you what, the Vice ult to counter the Odin spam is really nice.
Wall tripped as well. It looks like Secret going to be going on the hunt.
This is probably one of the better Vice ult maps, I feel like.
So if you can get Jesse Vash or Envy,
again, it's same distance as Killjoy ult, so it's the same.
It's gonna feel good. Jemkin very low. He's not aware
it's
that
the same areas that you're looking for.
Rotate, despite the sheer tripping, you expect them to hold off, right? 2 members not very high on the creds, but Envy is way ahead of it. Now back to 2 points on that ultimate, despite using it just that round. And yeah, I hope to see a timeout here from RRQ. If anything, just to slow down the momentum.
Yeah, kind of necessary at this point. You really do feel that way. The current setups, I mean, everything just playing into the momentum of Team Secret at the moment, who are quite prepared and adept at reading some of these possible setups.
Timeout coming out.
Yeah, nice early timeout.
RRQ side. So
and it's going to be rough for them because honestly, I think they're just going to like, actually move the Vice over. Like they'll probably just do a classic switch, but I'm not sure they need to. I think I would just be talking about C and how they should be fighting a bit better. Because they're getting aggro A when they wanted to go there. And then it's just the C fight that they should be winning sometimes.
Getting in there and disrupting the site. So it's not really so much that you're losing track of the
timeout here. Yeah, I think you got options. I think you either put the wall over towards B and you don't worry about B, but they're probably going to go B on this round. I would say that. But I think they need to like fight for C. They got a little bit unlucky that they walked into C. I think they need to like fight for C and actually have someone watching the contact for the walk in.
And which site are you willing to give up?
Heck yeah, Chobra. I do feel like that does play a
I think they, yeah, let's see. I think a lot of this talk would be about C. Even though they lost that last round over towards A, they've been getting aggro A, which is good, so they can keep doing that. But they have to, you should be able to hold C with the Viper Vice. Is Platchat today? Yes, it is. It's like after the Pacific games, pretty much.
It is going to be half armors with rifles here from RRQ. So this is a very crucial one. We're already at round 7. If this doesn't go your way, your economy really breaks down.
But I do think Team Secret MB this round.
So RRQ will have to be careful. Xfero not going to find full information.
Because it would make the most sense that RRQ are talking about these two sides.
You see no movement on Rubble. You expect, okay, they're probably trying to work that sheer wall on C side. Let's see if we can punish them for it. Arcro's set up now on the C side. Meanwhile, Team Secret, though,
will we talk about China today? We might do. I saw Sideshow saying they wanted to talk about it.
Now start to put the pressure back on.
Yeah, in with that Prowler, just defend them off. It's also quite important to really take that space, especially around the doors, the rotating doors.
Hey, Monyet has a lot to do, and he has no flash.
He needs to get ready to get out of here. Getting the kill is not the important part. He's all alone. There's backup nowhere near. You can't fill that site anymore. And once again,
yeah, and with that pick, they can just insta-send this.
Frantically trying to rotate in. They're going to choose to try to fill the site. This could be dicey, but you've already bought into this round. You have to put everything on the line. Jemkin caught and dropped. Jumps over it.
Jesus, just as well.
He's good for one. There's the trade from Jenkins. Both of them, the star players.
Man, every single time a player back of A is just killing 3.
Getting a second round.
Okay,
unbelievably well
they're on the board
played.
again,
I mean, it looks kind of
but
dicey at first, right? Losing Monyet, but because
you got to think they
Monyet
can't be
was that
doing
far up
this
front
is like their
enough,
win
it just
condition.
informed the rest of the team's decisions to quickly rotate on over. I think Monyet just spotting.
When did Monyet use his Omen Flash? It must have been to take A control, maybe?
At the same time, just having that haunt from Team Secret, you know, they kind of knew where they already were, and Jimkin was able to like dodge those paint shells and down to it all. I mean, the frags from the back line, Cushy is just stepping up to the plate again.
Can you explain what good and bad scaling looks like? I mean, you don't want to leave your duelist on an island for ages. You need to be actually just like sending it in relatively fast after. It's hard because it's so situational depending on the agents you're playing against as well.
He is the man. But right now, just back to the setups. There's quite a bit of pressure once again. I mean, swapping out some of the players around. It's Monyet back closer towards Rubble, but also Xferon.
It's basically being able to just capitalize on the space fast with the people that don't have the distance close. Oh my goodness. Damn, that is interesting decision making.
They do have to give up B site for the time being, but you still have that sheer wall on C. So
yeah, I like this though. No, they're going to default over towards the wall. You got your ult there once they go close. Invi's just a beast holding down the B site. Like this might be a solo run for Team Secret from Invi here. Straight up walks out of there. Great question marks as well. Monyet, without the info, feels like he might be getting pinched on. Yeah, and they're probably going to see his gun at one point if they take that path. I'm surprised they opened door. Yeah, I mean that's a massive mistake.
Information gained, paranoia to delay.
Smart plays, but does he note the second player swings out and does get it instead? Down to it, it's just Invi. Slowly out of blue room, uses the flash to try to get ahead of it.
Okay, I mean, shout out to Monyet.
So ready.
Shout out to Monyet. I feel like Invi did really good, and then their plan looked incredible. But I think as soon as you open the door there, like if you got a guy in Hobbit, you got a guy close, he knows exactly where to look. Unless it was a distraction and you were walking into B main at the time, but.
Just looking away, having to cover too many angles while the rest of his team is trying to creep in through that door.
Bit of it was Monyet as well. Man, that smoke just kind of made them think that maybe he was further back on site, but at the same time,
forced him down to eco 2 in a row. Yeah, it's gonna be a close game now. It's looking really one-sided, but now it's gonna be close. Looking like their nade Teva combo is good timing to get kills for sure. Team Secret just wait for it and then take control.
No jump over the toxic screen. No one able to hide on the front side of Rubble.
What is the phone thing? I don't know, man. They added a phone to the game. I haven't even looked at it. I don't even know what can go on it.
RRQ does make the read though. Prowler has noted that
Jeremy's gonna feel like he has good timing.
Yeah, and they expect a full rotation to be as well. If you look at the setup, Xferon just holding that off angle, trying to make sure you can just get one pick.
Is Lotus fun? Lotus is pretty fun. I like when there's new comps.
Everything to push them over onto B. Already the rotation's happening. So RRQ is trying to maneuver Team Secret and then get ahead of it. But I do think that Nightfall was a bit too strong of a tell, and Team Secret, they're waiting to see what the reaction is.
RRQ still just trying to
the
hold
ult? Yeah, he's trying to get info because he's run out of util.
Oh, here comes the smoke out, the paranoia. I don't know if you use it right away. It's going to be a tough way to peek because there's just too many members. You weren't quite ready to peek out yet. Monyet will be able to equalize with the trade through the smoke.
Looking for some of those trace around.
Yeah, and that fade. Oh my goodness. Dude, everyone's making some mad plays with the fade ult.
Snake bite in just to hold them back as well. So although the spike is planted, Team Secret might be pinned down on the B side right now.
Yeah, Oreo does have a good position, but he just doesn't have the leash to wrap all the way around, so he's going to hide out in blue room, but it's just an absolute flood of all four members peeking out of the smoke. There's a jump peek, and RRQ.
I mean, at least everyone from RRQ did this the same, like same time going in. I gotta...
I mean, firepower was one of those factors.
I gotta question the push here.
Well, and just going for that multiple time peak together.
Fade ult in the low buy, but you don't capitalize off of the actual damage it's doing. You're like using it as a decoy to 1v1 50-50 swing into forms. Pack is that.
But yeah, RRQ was able to fight back in numbers and firepower.
Secret did have the right read, right? If they had more
Dude, I feel like
this really could have gone either
Team
way.
Secret
Nightfall has to be a fake. They're trying to force RRQ to go
could honestly be.
Weaker, and they are able to get
I
onto
mean, they could honestly have had every single round. I feel like.
Does have the better guns, and now catching up 4-5. The Odin finally returns, and xFaroe just gonna go for the spray down. A lot of damage onto Wild Oreo already.
Dude, this guy
Gotta be careful.
is annihilating them with this.
Yeah, especially as you're trying to work this
Went away from the Visal though, but it's not going to want to feel like he can get the orb.
That would spell a lot of trouble. So xFaroe just trying to fish for more information. As soon as it gets tapped, there it is. The Prowler already destroyed. Trying to use that one way to his advantage. They know about his location,
you want to force through the one way? Not really.
Try to creep through. They're sending everything at xFaroe, but he's so far back, he's not really taking much damage.
He's got the Steel Garden in his pockets as well, right? The Visalt, so
the creep up with the toxic screen. So once again, Team Secret, they recognize that this area going into tree, they still haven't been spammed over from stairs. That's where it's weakest.
Bro still has 100 bullets left. He's been spamming for the whole round.
Because he has to gain information both on stairs with the Prowler and still keep his eyes on B site.
Prowler back in
oh, dude, look at that. They've done this twice now. They've done this twice where they get space over towards the left and they open door and they catch someone out in the open.
If anyone does push upstairs, the Steel Garden instead comes out from Envy, and this does keep RRQ kind of trapped. It's going to be that push up from Monyet, but unfortunately not quite enough. Estrella inside of Viper Spit still
it's a little bit weird, but Team Secret just don't have to do anything. And then they have to like push out of their own Viper.
Where's Jimkin? 2G's on a mission to try to find out. He's already outside of the pit, up through stairs, and knows that there is no flank, so it has to
they can delay long enough for 2G. I don't think he has time to ramp.
He's gonna be able to hold a wider angle upstairs. It's a tough position to
read. He can just hold crossfire his team.
Once again, there are the paint shells, but they're not able to clear out tree, and eventually Team Secret.
Yeah, they
all
gotta.
three members getting one kill
they gotta.
each,
It's really nice from Team Secret. Like they're using the door pressure well. Like they always insert one over towards here and like past the choke point that you'd normally find hard. And then they're just opening the door, putting the smoke up so they don't have to worry about the left angle. That's nice. Seismic Chef, thank you for the raid. Appreciate that, thank you so much.
Don't have your guns right now anyway. Maybe if you can disrupt the spike, the rotation will come over, but it's just a classic and you expect it to
Is Lotus attack sided? Yes. Majority of the comms, yeah.
It pays off for him, so we'll have to wait and see if we see any more.
If there's a chamber, it switches, and then maybe with a Vice it changes a little bit as well. I think you should be able to lock down defense maybe a little bit better than you would with a Killjoy, in my opinion.
Full send from Team Secret into the C site. They did this before just to trip that sheer wall, and now holding off back to pick up the ult orb too.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of value out of this. Sure, Jeremy takes a bit of a hit, but not too much compared.
Chat, I just woke up. Relax yourselves. The voice will warm up.
So Rubble's still in control, pushing nearby to provide support, but RRQ is Cushy going to be fast enough for them to be able to anchor down onto the site. So far, buying still enough time. Estrella holding a very far back position. No more paint shells from Jeremy, so he's safe way back in elbow.
It is quite a bit of util being spent, though, from RRQ's side, so going to have to watch out a little bit. They have burnt down the clock quite a bit, and that kill from xFaroe might inform quite a bit towards the A side as well.
And jump peaks.
Hey, that jump peaks everything. Everyone on the minimap.
He's gonna hold them off on
please don't go here. Go to the back pause site. Go to the pause. We're getting 3Ks. Oh, Monyet.
But Team Secret, they're ready for it. They still have their options open. 20 seconds on the clock. Jemkin, he's held this side before. Can he do it? No. Jesse Vash weaves under the bullets. Cushy taken down and traded as well. And Jesse Vash has turned it online once again. He's going to plant the spike. And now another 3v1. xFaroe finds one. 1v2. Spike inside the pit. He's creeping up, going for the wraparound.
I was gonna say it was almost really good timing.
He's gonna see him peek in, and it's gonna be a quick kill against the Sentinel. And Team Secret already up to 7 rounds.
RRQ getting a little bit exposed.
Just incredibly well played by Team Secret. Baiting out the sheer wall. I mean, even though there was a little bit of a frag, they just pressed that pedal.
Yeah, I feel like everyone from Team Secret is getting distracted by like three people here, and then there's this one person lurking that's just getting important kills. It's happened 4 rounds. Twice over
Good
towards
round
door,
nonetheless. I mean,
where everyone's
earlier
making
on, it
pressure
was
door,
really
someone
2G
here,
with all the kills,
and
but
one
now
here.
everybody catching up on Secret
Then we
as
see
well.
Monyet here as well, over
Now
towards
7
door
to
again,
5 could
same
be
one
anybody's
person
game,
watching.
But RRQ, are they set up for it? There's a lot of pressure already onto that C side. Showstopper online. Sheerwall not tripped just yet, but it could be once again. That
Team Secret always look good during their first game. You took the first map, because they didn't look that good in their first actual game.
RRQ maybe noting that, so keeping Xfero in for additional backline support while Estrella holds the off angle.
Because she does get spotted and tagged. Now a lot of pressure continuing down. They're trying to mask Estrella's position, but Team Secret, they don't like what they see. They're trying to see if they can take out Cushy. Jumping forward, see if there's any other reaction.
Everyone's trying to find the wall.
Recognize it is a bit weaker. This is a good call.
The Vice stuff looks horrible to play against.
He knows it. He still gets taken out, but that is the site opened up. Wild Oreo waiting on the flank as well. Such a good round from Team Secret so far.
But yeah, they look way better. Dude, I honestly strongly think Team Secret could have 12-0'd this half.
The back of that pillar angle. At the same time, in towards the back of Spawn, it's just going to be Xfero now pushing up. Monyet able to take that one kill, but then getting traded off. Now continuing to push through, burnt down by the snake bite. Oh no!
Yeah, already tagged, decayed.
Yeah, he took a straight bullet as well.
He's not going to have an option to get out of there. Estrella all alone, but Team Secret, they don't even care where he's at right now, because look at the positions they're holding. They can start to pinch in once they hear the spike tap. It has to be mind games all the way through. Estrella, which angle does he check for first? It's such good distractions for Moria, but now he knows the location of both. Half already done. Estrella, it's a fight for time, and they're just going to run
very, very nice, though. This is impressive. No joke, RRQ should be... Oh, obviously they're not going to be happy they got 4. But with how they played, they should be happy they got 4.
Down to the very final moments as well. I mean, they start things off, you know, we mentioned towards that C. I think they noted that maybe Estrella down
Team Secret played very nice, though. They did play very nice, and if you just look at how they played against the Vice, like they always found the wall and triggered it. Apart from that one round where they went in, but RRQ didn't capitalize off of it.
The real thing I want to give credit to there is the fact that Envy goes for a wide jump peek, right? He goes for the flash, so he knows that they're flashed and jump
Secret sometimes like wild cast.
He only hears one gun fired, and so he makes
they have a good roster.
Okay, if we heard gunfire here, and we know the Vice setup is partly on C.
And I feel like sometimes Jesse Vash enjoys calling against certain teams.
There was just no trade. There was no further util, no other guns fired. So you make the call. I saw fade, and now there's just one gun fired.
You prefer the left hand model or the right hand? I use right hand, but preference.
And that's exactly
whatever people want to do.
Able to open up that site. And let's talk about Envy just a bit. I mean, just given how much of a debut he had 2 years ago, when he makes moves like that, you can't really blame him. Yes, you know, the previous match against GE, a little bit weaker, a little bit quieter, but when he's able to say, listen, I'm going to put myself on the line.
And they should play 1-1-3 instead of 2-on-2. But they're playing 2-on-2 because they lost that round where they had 2 on C with the wall on. So it's like they've already been conditioned to feel like they can't hold C, even though they just misplayed it. I think they should have carried on going aggro A as well. They kind of get conditioned to do 2 things. I feel like C, they felt like because they lost C early in that round where they didn't fight with the wall, so they leaned too heavy here a lot. And then Monyet got wrecked on one of those rounds when he was close, but he didn't have util, and so they felt like they couldn't go close. And they just gave him full space for ages.
In the very beginning of the match against Shenji, they were ready for Genji setups on Rubble.
Yes, sometimes we always used to have a rule where it's like 2 times in a row. Like if legit we mess up holding C with 2 people here and the wall's up like twice, then sure, then we have to play far back.
As far as one shot makes it sound like it's just one.
But I think when it's happened just once, you should just sometimes you can accept it's okay. Or if there were ults used, you're just like, well, it can't happen again. Yoink with the prime. Thank you so much. Thank you. He said that. Yeah, the oh no with the molly was cracking me up. Who did I pred here? I would have said RRQ should be winning this with how the teams have been playing before this game.
And you expect maybe one more Razorvine here as well. They notice it.
It's not their map also, if you're looking for hope.
Not going to go for any clears just yet.
And the flash is there as well, so Envy and Wild are getting into position.
Oh, they're going to push out. They're actually expecting this.
They got a Vice flash if they want it.
They are able to get into the door though. Okay, Secret not
Vice
really
Flash goes off, doesn't hit anyone. Attack Vice Flash does go off, does hit.
Paranoid coming out from Blue Room. It does act as
See, I do think that they need to create pressure here though.
Crossfire. What's the timing call? Envy, does he make it himself? It's gonna be spam first, then peek out from Oreo, but RRQ is ready. They've got each other's backs. It's just an absolute mess.
Okay, I respect the attempt from Team Secret. They tried to go for a fast flood on the top of the spike.
And they just kind of
but I do think when you lose B, like the main priority is having someone to open door and create pressure main.
As soon as the pistol kills went through, I mean the initial contact.
But yeah, they just tried to do something different.
The whole squad of RRQ just swarming the site, taking down Team Secret.
Yeah, this is
Corey Clapp with the 22 months. Thank you for the tier 1. Thank you.
For that jump peek, for that
I appreciate that.
This time trying to be the bait spamming through the smoke and expecting RRQ to kind of latch onto it, but they already had so many people on the site to cover each other's backs. Doesn't quite work out for Team Secret now.
So the most impressive so far this year, G2.
Do have the paranoia just to push them further back. Lots of damage.
But we only saw it once.
That is gonna hurt.
Flash out from Envy though, so again peeking out, a little bit of pot shots, some damage done, not too bad. You know, Jemkin, a lot of these players from RRQ quite hurt, and at the same time, Jesse Vash pushing deep into Pillar. Maybe not quite noted. They might have heard something from before, I'm not too sure. But right now, into the corner, has an opportunity.
Little crouch under, 5 HP Pika.
They purposely send him out with the ghost because he's low health. They don't want to risk losing a weapon, but he's just going to continue getting the kill. And now with a sure wall, you know, no one's really peeked out just yet. Continues to just be that scout with the ghost, right? The two members are going to continue being up front, and then their teammates looking for the trade.
Why did Warbirds go from coach to assistant?
I
mean, he probably still wanted to be... He probably still wanted to coach, but I think the assistant coach offer was like...
Scout.
I don't know. I think it's very tempting when like the team is really good and you have a lot of faith in the actual coach.
So they still trust in that aim from Jemkin. The shorty, oh, he's been paranoid. He has to back out. Still finds an opening, but it's a good wraparound from Jemkin just in time.
And that's enough to really gain control over the site. Gun picked up by Estrella now, and at the same time, Team Secret, you know, trying to look for what they can get. Fuji peeking out, but not quite finding the shots, and Envy trying to make use of that opportunity to possibly find.
It should be a pretty close game though. After that pistol. Am I doing? I'm doing great. What do you think of the Nachop said? What, the tweet? I thought he was joking at the beginning, to be honest with you. I thought it was sarcasm, but apparently it's not. But I think he's just an emotional dude, isn't he?
This is great min-maxing from RRQ.
He just wants him to win.
To catch up to a Team Secret leading by 2.
Like I would
doing it as well. I mean, just he is really such an incredible player.
If you actually change someone, then I would be like, obviously that's a mistake.
Just how do you make
if he's just emotional, then it's like whatever. It's just an emotional reaction or tweet. Sometimes I mean, 100 V's are very good at marketing and just getting attention and that kind of stuff. Could literally just be for likes and attention. Because everyone's talking about it, it worked.
It's tough for them to just leave one person early on. I think you stay as a double until about the 1 minute mark minimum because you use paranoia, you siege.
Yeah, I thought it was sarcasm in the beginning, to be honest.
As well. Sure wall tripped. That's going to draw the rotation nice and early. RRQ. Are they thinking about re-clearing A, especially since their own wall hasn't been tripped just yet? To push out a B, Xfero, he's ready for it, but it's just too many members.
Hold up.
Fire's right in between.
That was nice, though.
That is quite a bit of a read as well, but given time passed, it does hurt.
That was really cool, to be honest. They gave up a lot of space. Prowler late clear.
They should have heard all the pieces of util that were used earlier, so trying to go for...
So they just eyed over towards C, and they saw no one C. And RRQ was pretty much waiting for that. And then they go fake over towards A, Prowler goes out, you know for sure they create pressure over towards A, and now they're going to bust towards C. I think Team Secret have done a good job of keeping 2 on C right now.
More importantly, maybe only about 15 seconds before Team Secret gets a sniff of this.
I think it's purely because
towards the C side, but Jesse Vash was ready for the initial hit. The second one as well. Oh,
damn, dude, he locked down C.
Yeah,
he locked down C. That's something that RRQ needed within the first half as well. That was awesome.
But I'm taking down whoever comes in with me because there isn't much time. And Team Secret already, more so than before, they used to just go for jump peaks and info through util, but now with this composition change, now with that Vice, and with the current meta, they're understanding, okay, we got to push out for that information. We heavy invested into Rubble, but we don't want to get
20-minute
caught with just
video.
everybody locked in there, so let's re-clear B.
Wait,
If we push back into Rubble,
if it's not,
go for a re-clear on A.
if it's not sarcasm, it's just an emotional tweet. He just wants him to win.
Just taking B as well, creates a little bit more pressure on both sides of the map, because then you can pivot back and forth, but we shall see how our
and any team that would change something after kickoff doesn't really know what they're doing. Unless they literally looked like not capable of playing the game.
So they can all start to launch their retake one at a time. Jeremy hanging back to see if there's going to be any lurks. We'll see exactly how he chooses to break out of it. Monyet takes a lot of damage.
Trying to back off and stay away from him. Oh, the Razor Vine almost ticking away at him.
Wall kind of anything he likes the wall, and then they can't flood in because of their own vines.
In that smoke where Monyet is.
Onto the side though. Bit from the drop.
Wild Oreo gets one. He's absolutely under.
That's Monyet down as well. on towards the other end.
Say.
Not quite
Dude, how has 2G managed to send it through the smoke and killed 3? Yeah, they're like all focused on Wild Oreo, who's making the sound.
Really good read on the round. You recognize the showstopper and you say, okay, if there is Rubble pressure at all, we just back out of there. We don't want to get caught by this rush. They actually give up so much more space than usual, right?
He's fragging so
Sometimes
heavy.
you want to say, well, maybe we want to hold on to heaven.
Okay, so this one's fine.
But they say, no, give him everything. We stand by stairs and blue room.
I mean, fair play. It's not bad as they clear close.
We can get a 3-pronged retake, and they're able to just
little fade eye to clear the close, so that you can jump down and then no one has to worry about any other angles. Clear close, clear drop. That's a nice retake though.
It all works out beautifully.
And you've got that Steel Garden as well in the hands of Envy. Team Secret looking primed to get close, one step closer to that map point, already at 10.
And that's going to be everything that Team Secret says to RRQ
Yeah,
right
have
now,
an orb punch, but they're so far back.
Against Gen G as well. Jemkin once again ready for it. He is going to get out, but a little bit trapped. See if he's able to make
it was really weird. So they did like a trap play, but they're playing here on the trap play.
The other parts of the map, I mean, just watching for potential.
You could pretty much stroll out of there after tapping the orb here, I'm pretty sure. Let's use one satchel.
Extra smokes the one ways coming back out on C as well, just to force RRQ's hand away from that side.
Can you suggest a format where teams don't have to wait 2 months to play? I mean, I could, but it wouldn't do much. You'd need someone high up to actually do a format like that. I think kickoff's okay. I think kickoff as a tournament format is okay. I think it's pretty fun to watch. I think the thing that makes it rough is that it's after an off season that is normally 4 months of nothing. Depending on how many, oh my goodness, depending on how many events you get invited to. Damn, dudes. Team Secret are shooting low. Like, if we just go to straight up aim battles, Team Secret not just completely wrecking them in Angels. Like, we've had the 2 hero players back at A, but you take them out of the equation.
But it's got to be much better shots right now. Jemkin, he's got to get at least 1. Estrella still alive, but there's just too many members for the Guardian. He tries to flick all the way around, but 3 members still left alive.
Would you rather have kickoff or LCQ? I think LCQ is like matches masters in terms of hype for me personally.
Yeah, I could take out a lot.
I would always rather have LCQ, but
you know what? I have the positional advantage.
This is still a fun event.
They're gonna have to continue chasing me if they want to take my weapon, and
like I prefer this event to the splits.
Look at him just being well aware after that flash, saying, "Okay, you want to fight me? Go again." And then he isolates the 3rd one. It's just really calculated.
Such a cool micro play from the guy himself, of course.
As like a viewer, I would hate it. I would hate it as being on a team. Unless the team I'm on is like a team that is expected to lose, then you're loving this format.
But you know, Team Secret 11 points now on the scoreboard.
Both timeouts being used by RRQ, none by Team Secret. That has to sting just a bit. I mean, sure, RRQ, they accept the fact that they've already shown their Lotus quite a bit of it as well.
How did LCQ work? LCQ is same format as this,
But at the same time,
but it's every team that hasn't made champs all gets like one last go at it. That one last spot.
He knows how these players like to act. He knows how these players like to prep. And yet, perhaps anti-prep Team Secret once again in the lower bracket. They're looking very, very sturdy right now in this map of Lotus.
Just so darn good. RRQ, it was
and then it was like you get rewarded for being on form like right before champs.
But then as those pistols kind of push on through
instead of like early in the year.
Even though they got the spike down, it still was Team Secret to hold all of it off. I mean, 3 of the players on the team are definitely just putting up huge numbers right now.
LCQ would affect the VCT points. I mean, yeah, it doesn't really work with the format. Unless you did like third is points and then you have an LCQ standalone for the 4th slot.
If you give up map point, you might as well kiss this map goodbye.
Crew going on a run. What I mean, man, that was one of the biggest storylines we've ever seen in Valorant.
RRQ, they should still be able to hold their heads high going
it was actually mental watching it happen.
Maybe a bit more. It's not map point.
I think it's crazy to like look at that and then not want to have it again.
RRQ, they need to take something from that book, take a leaf out of it, and say, okay, we can also try to climb back in.
RRQ, lose C control, A pressure.
For sure.
As we can see no one over towards B. And once this door pops, I wonder if they Prowler out here or Fade Eye out here. Oh, they got no Prowlers? I should have looked where they're putting the Prowlers. Because right now a Prowler over towards B would mean they could 4-person stack A. Or at least 3-person. They missed that Fade Eye. They either missed that Fade Eye or the Fade Eye went. Or everyone was in front of it, but it looked pretty shallow. Yeah, this is nice. This is what I was talking about with the Killjoy. The Killjoy ults. He's used the same positions. They hold into stairs heavy.
Trying to get their rifles back. It's back now. Coming in from Cushy. Gets 1 kill. Delays him. Waiting for the peek out from Onion. There's the trade.
Incredible. The timing of that fatal is incredible. As they've committed, everyone just goes down to like 70 HP. That was awesome.
What a seize from Cushy to hold on to the site.
I gotta notice, well, I mean, the siege was great, but then the Nightfall sent out at just the right time, too. Allows for them to swing out. Team Secret, unfortunately, not quite able to hold off against those peaks. And it's just great plays, great shots coming up from RRQ, right? Quickly, cutting off noise. Team Secret were still,
dude, look at that kill that Monya gets through the wall just because of the low HP.
They quickly rotated on over, but thanks to that siege, thanks to the plays from Cushy,
yeah, just thanks to the util from him.
Another round back into them.
No, the Fade util was incredible here.
Team Secret not quite at map point just yet.
Fade Out goes out as well. Spots 1 committed over towards Ace. They get info on that. RRQ happy with A control. And they put the smoke here as well. That creates a little bit of pressure.
Yeah. Hence 3 players.
Okay, so B hit with the late luck on A.
But RRQ then pulls out another play.
Team Secret have been holding heavy on B. Because ever since they shut down C, so you see like the difference that conditioning makes. Like RRQ had to perma hold 2 C's because they couldn't hold C once they had their wall up. We had 1 nice round from Wild Oreo, now he's just in charge of holding solo C.
Monyet with a good trade as well. Blue
I'm surprised they won this so easy.
Boombot's going to open the way for Jemkin. Position pretty decent for RQ, but more importantly, only 2
yeah, Team Secret needs to save. It's getting to the point where it's so close they should just focus on that with money.
2 on 5, and RQ really has everything under lock and key.
I think there's a consideration for a timeout here, just because really both these
because she's insane. I'm so impressed with him.
The timings he's taking with that utility, with the ult, with his own
chat, where did they even pick him up from? Like, what team was he on before?
That Cushy individually, whether the team all has it or not, has the read on the timing.
He looked good in the off-season, but he didn't look this good in the off-season.
When they want to strike back. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it. Obviously, the consideration being RRQ doesn't have any more timeouts. You want to give them time to reset as well.
Yeah, so definitely need to consider, if you do want to
contract jail, one of them.
But maybe some other options, right? To really delay as much as possible and come in regrouped, just to avoid Cushy's seizes and whatnot. Those ultimates right now are also getting cycled up.
He's just winning them a lot of
there is still an opportunity for Team Secret? Waldorio?
Because look at that. Like we're doing a fade. Like these are the fade eyes that people. This like separates a lot of good fade players as well. Like the fade eyes that are already popped, and you know that they're gonna peek into it, but it'll be like at an angle before you're peeking, so it like insta highlights them as they swing. Like the best example is you know A main on Fracture, right? You have your barrier here. You have A main here, right? This is the door, and then this is A main, right? So let's say there's a little cubby here. Right, this is all at A main on Fracture. If you barrier throw your eye here, it will scan anyone that faces like A main instantly. So you know if anyone's here, then you can insta prowler and go fast off of it. It's so good, especially against like chamber comps, like to swing it, like just throwing it insta on the eye for people to swing around. Like those fade eyes are crazy underrated in certain situations.
Ewok also talking passionately during that timeout. I was curious if they'll start to hit Seaside again, just because they've left it empty for the past couple rounds.
Join the Riot Art team.
Now with the half buy coming in from Team Secret, not everyone able to.
My skin's just looking like me drawing.
They are just gonna go for a full stack on A, and RRQ, they should have the read if they just stick true to their read at the beginning of the round.
Trying to hold on to that. Estrella though does have quite a bit on his shoulders as the Soul Lurker on towards the other side, trying to create a little bit of presence at least to keep these players invested. Prowler sent out.
That's enough information. That's more than you needed, because the thing is, you heard the Razor Vine, then you heard the Prowler come out, then you saw them starting to encroach
from RRQ, though.
So he makes the call for his team to say, we just got to go into Seaside.
Yeah, this is Team Secret going, well, they're just not going C. And then we'll stack over towards A, and then our reaction can just be pushed behind if they do go here. Okay, they get the wall, they got the info. The Forms actually do an alright amount of damage. And just freeze everyone that is stuck in them. And the spike didn't go across, so they actually get really a lot of space before they plant. Oh, I don't know about this Fatal.
He saw it getting popped, and he's actually just going to get away. But what happened? Sparrow dies to his own Razor Vines.
Wait.
A little bit of a mishap there, trying to escape from his own utility.
Wait, what? Did the fade all hit him, and then he was just running around in the Forms? I gotta see that replay, dude.
He notices it. Monyet catches 2GE on that shrouded step. 2v2 now between the two teams.
At the same time, just continuing to try to hold. Cushy able to take yet another down, and all that's left is just Jesse Vash needing to push through stairs. He's crouched. He gets the kill. It's down to the one-on-one. Monyet, here's the tap.
Oh my god, this got close. This got close. Man, Zafero must be being like, thank you, because I think he really messed up. Did he not Forms Heaven, get hit by the Fatal, then he went low? Yes, the Fatal hits him and he goes down to 1 and then he moves? Yeah.
Gets hit by him right at the end. Maybe the decay hitting as well, but either way, rushing out of it. Falls to his own util, but his team is able to hold strong. Monyet, this time, the high risks really paying off. Look at him chuckling. He loves it when he's able to play his own game.
Yeah, and he's just happy that he bailed his teammate out because...
individually tied up. What we shall see
incredible.
Is the rounds continue to play out. There's that Viper's Pit now.
Okay, sees him taking over towards C, insta pop of the ore, and we have the
it's so risky.
Yeah, this is so strong. Like, look at this C hold right now. You have a smoke, you have Viper, and then you have the wall. So if you try and jump through this wall, like, I mean, honestly, you could try jump the wall, but you're never gonna feel comfy doing it. I guess you could be protected by the wall, but he might Viper molly you. Either way, it's a nightmare to go do it, and also you don't know the walls here. Like, you could do anti and the wall might have been there, but then you could go next game and the wall isn't there. But the pressure of the wall, just doing it first time is like incredible.
None of this is clear. Trying to creep forward.
The Vice stuff is fun because like a lot of mind games really.
First one activated.
Envy keeping that flash as well in his pocket. Estrella though,
Okay, but at 40 seconds, Team Secret, look at the read they have. They say, okay,
you gotta change up a lot of your stuff.
No signs of movement on C, and there's still the sheer wall, so you can fight in the pit. It has to be on rubble. I set. Crosshairs trained Jeremy hiding away for it. Does he get it timing? as that screen comes
That
down,
is an incredible armor flash.
Good to hold them off. Now it's a fight for time.
Yeah, and they got no time. They've actually got no time. They have to full send it. Full W key. There's no util to stop them. Like, there's a chance.
And it's all down to Jesse Vash alongside 2G to hold and defend. He gets the first one, looking for the next. 2G goes down.
Gotta stick the plant. Jesse's actually owned them. Got the first kill before the ult hit him, and then he hits 3 with a classic. There's no way.
Rushing a bit too much, just never pressured Rubble, and that's so much space you have to cover. The paranoia was never
insane.
drawn out. And Jesse Vash trying to get ahead of the Steel Garden as well. It's just heads up play.
What is that
Team
one?
Secret.
Oh
My goodness.
Ridiculous. Look at that.
Oh, the mouse flex. All right. He's digging
flexing
into
the mouse.
sponsorship. You love to see.
Okay.
I mean, it's been doing great for him.
Yeah.
Got 3 chances.
Still
What a
no.
beast, man.
Now Team Secret, newfound confidence pushing out against that Rebel control. Meanwhile, that presence closer towards the C site with that sheer wall once more.
That was incredible to watch. Dude, that second right
Such a
click
pain.
is...
I mean, for both sides though, right? Team Secret had to deal with this as well. I would argue, I think they were a bit wiser, a bit more proactive about this. But Jemkin this time successfully baits it out. Even goes for a little bit of a tag with that Arcro, so they have some information about what the positions are of Team Secret by that C side.
Okay, but right now, I mean, this is the round where the judge is in play. Surely they don't know.
Yeah, this smoke should be a little telling though, right? He's trying to get ahead of the top of the screen. Now they hear it, and they're going to be able to push him away.
Okay, DP spent. And now that just gives RRQ a little bit more space, but time is continuing to tick away.
So RRQ, if you want to play it safe, you probably use both ults to get in, but Team Secret well ahead of it. C-site absolutely empty. They expect at this point, okay,
Jesse Vash is the same age as me? Yeah, but mate, my classic doesn't do that. I know you're trying to give me hope, but
RRQ, do they go for cutting audio
I'm right-clicking 4 times,
like
not getting any kills, maybe 1 bullet hit a leg.
So quite a bit of a send in through. But you got to watch that time go right out the window. Right now, 20 seconds, continuing to tick. It's just Jemkin with the showstopper trying to create as much space as possible. He managed to do it, so it's the spike down for RQ.
Yeah, he's got to win this fight, though. He doesn't even get
Joel.
1 kill. Envy already encroaching onto Waterfall. Cushy getting ahead of it. Once again, does it come down to Cushy to hold on to this site? The sheer wall is here to protect off of the backside. Waterfall already creeping in on the retake.
Oh, my. I'm not even sure he saw him. He just one-tapped the judge. Feeling it.
1v3 up top on the boxes. The Arcros delays for just a bit.
That smoke, though, so pesky. And he hears the footsteps, tries to get the flank,
Okay,
but
nicely done from Team Secret. I mean, they did just play better on this map. There's no doubt about that.
Out the map for Team Secret, 13-9.
Team Secret
They did just look better on this map.
ahead for RRQ to course correct with that timeout, but you gotta give credit.